Tonight, we want to take a closer look at what NC House Bill 563 would do. As Casey reported, it would regulate hemp-derived products. A hemp-derived consumable is a hemp product intended for human ingestion or inhalation that contained a delta THC concentration. It also says CBD products cannot be sold in servings more than 200 milligrams, and testing is required after manufacturing.
And Queen City News Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rose joining us now. Khalif, you know, we have a lot of questions as we're watching Casey's story, but first, let's talk about this. This bill could become law in July of 2024.
The goal with that bill is just to make it line up with what the federal government did already in January when they allowed that, they made sure that marijuana, or I should say CBD, not derived from marijuana, but CBD derived from hemp, not on a controlled substance list. That's basically, in a nutshell, what that's attempting to do to make sure it lines up, because you have all these states that are legalizing marijuana for medical purposes and or for recreational purposes, but on the federal government, it was still illegal. So the federal government came out and said, hey, we have a couple of guidelines that we can allow it to be legalized, specifically if it's derived from hemp. And that's exactly what that's doing.
Well, this poses a real legal conundrum here, especially for officers that are out in the street that we've seen here, because if the officers can't tell with the difference between smoke shop cannabis for real cannabis, how are they able to enforce it?
It's definitely brings a number of issues, and I see this in my day-to-day all the time with DWI cases. Most of the time, an officer will say, well, why did they pull them over? They're listed in their affidavit, and they'll say, well, a strong odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle. Well, if CBD and marijuana still smell exactly the same, it's kind of hard for you to tell exactly which one it smelled like. And if that was the original reason for the stop, well, I got problems with the stop, and I got problems with this whole case. And so it has caused conundrum, specifically when you're attempting to de-escalate situations, like Chief Jennings said. And I appreciate his transparency. Let's say that he's walking you through the whole process. Like, why am I even having this stop? I'm not having this stop just to go harass this person,
right,
but this is going to make this community better. I really appreciate him talking about that and walking through the process. You have a lot of jurisdictions that are decriminalizing on its own. DAs deciding not to go after marijuana possession. So this THC, the smell versus cannabis versus CBD, is a very hot button topic for sure. Something that needs a lot more eyes on it. But an officer walking down the street is not going to be able to tell the difference. You're going to have to get it tested. And so if the emphasis of that stop was something that was based on just the smell, it's got problems from the beginning.
Wow. All right, Khalif Rhodes, we appreciate it. Thank you.